Absolutely relentless winds here across Okinawa and the southern Japanese islands here from the 1st, the 2nd, through the 3rd of August thus far, and it is expected to continue. One fatality has been reported, a garage collapsed on a 90-year-old man in Okinawa. 41 injuries also reported at this time as people ventured out into the storm and widespread power outages. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. These are the wind reports here from the 2nd, and look at this max report. Now, these are in miles per hour since I know a lot of the people watching this update are Americans, especially military stationed here on the island. And Naha had that max wind report at 4:14 a.m. of 117 miles per hour. Now, our storm system is pulling off there towards the west, and it would be nice if it kept going that way, but unfortunately, it's what's going to be happening. It's bumping into a high pressure area just towards the north and the west, and even have this ridge back here towards the east, but there's this little stationary boundary right there. And that's where it's going to want to turn to. And check this out. This is the guidance from the GFS, all confirming that turn back towards the east. But there's a lot of these spurs here. And it's because there's some uncertainty exactly how far east this would go or how strong it would be. The JTWC does expect it to weaken just a bit, but moving just north of Okinawa and keeping the island here still in tropical storm strength conditions. Plus Taipei also seeing some tropical storm strength conditions as those winds wrap around from the north. And even here on radar, you can still see some of those showers impacting northern areas of Taiwan. But you know what's really interesting? This is almost like a Russian nesting doll of sorts as far as this storm is concerned. There's your inner eye wall where the winds may not be at their max. The max winds are actually in this outer kind of donut shape. And then you have this intense rain band closer to the island of Okinawa, still bringing these gale force conditions for southern portions. So despite the center being well away, we're getting these donut and these rings kind of kicking on in, almost a little Cinnabon. Ice cyclones, Josh Morgerman calls these type of storm systems. I like to call it a Russian nesting doll. It's just these one rings after another developing within the core of this storm. It's very, very interesting, and definitely one of those worth noting as far as research is concerned. You know, as far as it lingers here, the longer it does, this is over 24 hours. See, I was just hanging out north of Miyagi-jima. Upwelling will also continue to interact with the storm, and probably one reason why we're seeing something interesting within the core of it. The slower it goes, basically, it stirs up the waters below, and it brings up cooler waters to the surface, which is going to basically almost have the storm suffocate itself, because it needs that fuel, it needs that warmer water. These areas in blue indicating -1 to -2 degrees below average as far as the sea surface temperatures are concerned. Compare that up with, like, let's say the Sea of Japan, it's 4 to 5 degrees above average. Now, a couple days ago, it was several degrees above average in this area of the Western Pacific, but since this storm has been taking its time, it's been pulling that monsoonal flow across the Philippines, we have all of these areas of much, much cooler sea surface temperatures, which is, to be frank, very, very good news as far as the intensity of the storm. Bad news is it's only happening because it's sitting here and it's taking its sweet time. This is looking ahead to Saturday over towards Sunday as the storm tracks back towards the east, likely the center passing north of the island of Okinawa. But as I just mentioned several times, the center is not where the core of the winds are. We have that donut shape, so that means we're gonna have those gale force conditions once again wrapping in from the west over the weekend and in the early part of next week before a storm starts to get a move on back towards the north and east by hopefully Monday. Tuesday into Wednesday, we probably are going to start to see some improving conditions. This is a GFS by Wednesday. It still has it in the area. This is the ECMWF actually kind of pushing it closer to Tokyo, which is interesting if this was the case, because right here, according to the GFS, that is Wednesday evening, full-on typhoon conditions in Tokyo, and I have a flight at that time. Oh, let's hope the GFS, or the ECMWF, excuse me, is not right. I'd be doing a little typhoon chasing at Haneda, I suppose. Yeah, but the point is that's still about 5-6 days out. That's the ECMWF. This is the GFS. Still a range of uncertainty in there, but definitely watching this typhoon as it still impacts our friends here across Western Japan. And, you know, the monsoonal flow still bringing heavy rainfall for the west coast of the Philippines. Boy, this is absolutely crazy. So we have our storm lingering here, and then you have an inflow back down towards the south and west. Some areas out here getting about 300 to 400 millimeters of rainfall. Oof. big arms on this storm, a lot of impacts. As always, thanks for watching. Two things I really want to strongly note. One, I did post something about a trampoline earlier this week, actually back on Monday, or was it Tuesday? And it does look like that was false a bit. The trampoline was there, but some of your neighbors took it down. It did not get around the neighborhood. Um, Good neighbors, you guys taking care of each other and everything. So that's fantastic. And the other thing is, of course, as always, stay safe out there. And if you do appreciate these updates, please check out our Patreon or just the PayPal. I'll never put this behind a paywall, and I keep it to the end because I don't like asking for money, especially in the middle of a storm. But I still need to because it takes a lot of time to put these updates together. And my home studio, it is expensive to run this. This one right here, but I'm also on vacation, as mentioned, at Tokyo. I'm still doing this on vacation because a lot of you on Patreon do donate, and I want to be here when the storm actually hits. So, as always, thanks for watching, and of course, please stay safe out there.